Let's take a look at our tail of the tape in this bantamweight contest. Giordano 25, Schisano is 33. Giordano, as you will be able to see, is the taller fighter here. 3-inch reach advantage as a result. Brian Miner to oversee the action here at bantamweight. Schisano in the green trunks, Giordano in the black.
You ready? You ready? Fight!
So look at the height difference, the size difference. Schisano wants to get in close. He steps through with big power shots. Giordano, he's feinting with his legs a lot because he wants to remind his opponent that kicks are on the menu all night.
And Schisano, not only is he shorter, he also has just a shorter style. Hunched down, already ready to throw power punches, trying to take space away.
Nice low kick there, aimed at the calf. That'll take some of the power out of that lead arm. The danger here for Giordano is getting backed up and getting tall against the fence, because that's where Schisano's big power punches come around the sides and catch targets that you're not expecting. Look at this body lock here.
Now, how Schisano uses it, I think, is very, very important. Does he want to engage in a ground game, or does he want to keep this on the feet, push away and get space? Looks like he's committed to the takedown. Thought double leg for a second.
Maybe he wants to pay him that rear naked choke back from the amateur days. See a battle for hand position on the inside. Schisano's got a, sorry.
Just that inside work from Schisano. He's got to overcome this reach disadvantage that he has, and you can see that Jimmy referenced sort of his hunch style. You got to explode forward. Giordano stepped himself off balance there, trying to give a different look.
You'll notice about Schisano's stance, he's got a very narrow stance, which is very typical of someone that's a power puncher. You can see how he loads from his legs as he's moving forward, and that's one of the reasons as well why when he throws that right hand, his right leg follows to make the left hand the next power shot. There it is, that left hook. Very good at covering distance, and you can see that Giordano's giving him the respect he deserves. Not standing too close to him, trying to remind him of those kicks.
And Giordano has a real herky-jerky kind of style. It's hard to read him, and I think that's kind of throwing Schisano off a little bit.
Nice flurry there. Oh, that was a nice left hook, right
Well
at the time, wasn't it? It was amazing he took that punch and didn't go down.
I mean, it snapped his head back, but Schisano continues to press forward. Halfway through round number 1 now. Giordano doing an excellent job of managing this distance, not allowing Schisano to close in and get into the range he wants.
Might be where Schisano looking to go to the body before he comes up to the head. Try and confuse the targets a little.
And he's coming up short with those power punches. His hips aren't following him. He's just throwing them from a distance. He's got to cover that distance first.
Giordano now has Schisano reacting to all the feints that he's throwing hands and feet.
That was a good body kick. Partially blocked by Giordano.
Combination again. Little blood on the right eyebrow of Schisano.
Another good low kick by Giordano. Investing some damage into that lead leg, the calf. Touches the body again. This is a very well-managed performance so far by Giordano. Playing the range game very well.
And he's stepping in just enough and throwing combinations. Schisano can't relax on the outside.
Beautiful movement. A couple of small shots, rolled himself out.
Giordano moving a lot, but also throwing enough to keep Schisano off of him.
Schisano finally touches the chin. Doesn't seem to affect Giordano too much. Damage piling up on the right side of Schisano's face.
It was a good knee attempt by Giordano a moment ago. Wouldn't surprise me if we start to see him throw a few more of those in. couple of knees to the midsection. Might be a wise investment. Good head movement again. Big spinning back kick. Oh, he was fortunate to be shorter than his opponent in that circumstance. That back fist went straight over his head.
Final few seconds of round number 1. In this bantamweight contest, third bout of the evening here in Madrid. Touches the gloves to start round number 2. As Dan referenced a couple times, these two did meet as amateurs. Here as professionals, Giordano trying to manage the distance and stay out of power range. Ernesto Schisano has dispatched every opponent, save one, inside the distance.
Schisano looks to have picked his pace up a little, which has kind of forced Giordano to pick his pace up a bit as well. Nice, I like that front kick to the body. You can see Schisano tap his midsection like it doesn't bother me, but that can really drain the gas tank.
The forward motion of Schisano brought him chest to chest, but here Giordano,
nice.
Out of range. There's a combination from Ernesto.
And there's that step through punching that I was talking about. We didn't see him do it in the first round. Maybe it comes out when he gets a bit more aggressive.
Starting to find a home for the left hook is Schisano. Giordano being selectively aggressive, but Schisano able to get that counter timing with a couple of those power shots.
Ernesto trying to goad Giordano into a brawl here. Mattia not willing to fall for it, at least not yet. Plenty of time left in this fight.
You cannot ask your opponent to fight your kind of fight. You got to make them fight your kind of fight.
Yeah, that's frustration showing. Of course, you know, he's happy to stand and throw down, but what he's actually calling for is for his opponent to stop moving away so he doesn't have to keep moving forward. His frustration is what it is. There's that spinning back fist again. He's in on a body lock now. Looks for a takedown and gets it. This is a good sequence for Schisano. Giordano posted on his hand, but now he's forced to guard. He's going to try and pop back up to his feet in a moment. Can he get space? Can he get free?
Good knee to the buttocks there from Schisano.
A lot of physical pressure here. You'd expect that from the shorter man, but can he stay here against the fence? That's the question.
Quick hands from Giordano on the... As soon as he got back to his feet, pieced together a nice little combination to keep Schisano off of him. Good uppercut. An exchange of body kicks. Both men showing plenty of tools here in the stand-up.
Another good body kick. And a low kick to follow. I like the gameness of Schisano, but Giordano's playing a very smart game right now. Feints with the knee, rolls with the head. Rolls onto an uppercut, but he wears it well.
Giordano in round 2 is spending a little more time in the danger zone. He'll land a combination or miss a combination, and he kind of stays there planted. He moved a lot more at the end in round number 1. That's why we're seeing a bit more engagement from Schisano, just like that.
Yeah, good timing on that level change by Giordano, and a couple of peppering shots as he moves back away.
Another heavy calf kick. Schisano decides he's got to wipe it away. A few more of those.
Nice again, stepping through with the punches, that left hook on the end of it. See some blood out of the ear as well of Schisano. Tries a side kick. That was a good shot.
Nice left hand landed.
Giordano's almost engaging him in his game now.
Inside a minute here in round number 2. Some big power punches have landed here in this round for Schisano. The combinations working better for Giordano. Tough round to score, honestly.
One of the things about both of these guys being such great finishers is they're not used to seeing a round number 3.
Nice feint there by Schisano. Feint with the lead leg, came with the back body kick.
Here's where fatigue and frustration becomes such a big factor.
Giordano still with a lot of pop.
Nice left hook again.
Interrupting that motion for Schisano.
Giordano doing a good job of utilizing the reach advantage that he's got.
All right.
Mattia Giordano, Ernesto Schisano set for round number 3.
Good.
Display of sportsmanship, and they're right to it. Left hand working for Giordano early.
The first real attempt at a takedown in the center of the cage. Well, not able to capitalize on it. So hard to get under the hips of a guy like Schisano with that build and the way he lowers his gravity.
Deeper attempt, he's got the hands locked. Good elevation on the hips. Giordano gets the takedown, and probably this is what he wanted with it. Works himself around to the back. One way to make sure you don't get caught with a power punch is to glue yourself to somebody's back.
Keep your opponent grounded. Giordano putting a lot of pressure on with that single hook.
Yeah, good work double binding. Schisano keeps freeing the double bind, but it's really a problem for balance. It can really upset your stability in your base. You can see now Giordano's got that almost like a loose triangle around one of the legs. If he loops over the leg again, you'll watch him bind a double bind. Beautiful pullback there. Giordano keeping his weight into the cage, trying to fight the hands a little bit when he can. Another reap from Giordano. Good knees to the legs as Schisano tries for the hook, the overhook, but he doesn't get it. And fighting again.
Well timed, that flurry there from Giordano. Misses with 2 elbows.
Yeah, Schisano's got some work to do. The 3 minutes he has left in this fight. He's gotten by so far in his career on his power and his ability to finish. You have to dig deep here, because right now Giordano's just a busier fighter.
Good jab after the feint there from Giordano. Schisano was slowed down significantly here in the 3rd frame. Nice long strikes from Giordano.
Giordano with the takedown defense here. He's got that overhook, frame on the inside bicep. To try and get himself off the fence. To try and use that overhook.
Nice long left hook there from Giordano, and he double jabs behind it. Calf kick again. A few more of those could potentially end things here for Schisano. He's starting to really feel those.
Yeah, and that aggressive attack, his ability to close distance that we saw in the first couple rounds has been virtually non-existent in round 3. He's kind of waiting for Giordano to come to him.
Because Schisano is so heavy on that lead foot as well. Anything you can do to damage that lead leg is going to take away some of his punching power as well. Some of his ability to pressure forward. Again, great head movement by Giordano, who's in on a takedown defense again. Schisano, level change, but he gets pulled back up to a clinch by Giordano, who will most likely look to frame and circle off the fence like he did earlier. Minute to go. just over 30 seconds. Schisano's going to land something with real significance. Giordano with the slip counter cross. Good footwork, good pace, and good management all the way through this fight by Giordano.
Jimmy, you mentioned that, you know, these inside of 10 professional bouts, you're still learning a lot of this process. But Mattia Giordano has done an excellent job of maintaining his game plan despite a couple moments of adversity, despite an opponent kind of doing the theatrics and goading him on, making it seem like he was being boring or something. I mean, Giordano with a disciplined performance, impressive.
Patient and professional. That's what we saw in there for 3 rounds. Schisano's power, which has been his ace in the hole throughout his career, wasn't really a factor tonight.
After 3 rounds, we turn to the judges' scorecards, where all 3 scored the fight 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision. El humilde Mattia Giordano!
Mattia Giordano elated for the victory here on home soil.
Click below to subscribe and watch more MMA content.